Yeah, come on. Welcome back to the Ash Williams Show. My name is Ash Williams, and I am fired up. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. On the guitar today, we bring back Nathan Cavalieri. He's now 45 years old. Yes, and he lives with his mum. Give it up for Cavalieri. Yeah, good on you, Nath. On the keyboard, Jesus, who is on the fucking keyboard? Someone did text in, but we're going to go with John Foreman again. We got John Foreman on the keys again. Thank you very much, Johnny Foreman. And of course, our stage manager, Belvedere, from Good Morning Australia. Yes, our very first stage manager. Oh, geez. Come in, mate. Justin, my landlord's just walked in. Beautiful timing, Justin. Did you turn up just for the show?
I did.
Yeah. You were our first live audience last week, mate. So welcome back. Welcome back. Of course, he paid for his ticket. So, yeah. No refunds. And shout out to the people walking by. Have a good walk. All right. So let's get straight into the show. Off the top rope. I've done no planning for this one, so it's a bit like thank God you're here. This one, we're just gonna riff it. Let's get a text on the hotline 0406 284 954. Mate, I heard the new pod last week. I'm so sorry, mate. I had to self-isolate. I thought I had corona. I had to get the test. Can you send me some pictures of the girls who want to date me? And send out my Instagram too, bro. Daniel. So that's Daniel who we're trying to set up on a date with. And it seems like he didn't say whether he had corona or he didn't in the text. Well, hang on. I thought I had corona. So, okay. Everyone calm down. Daniel doesn't have corona. So if you want to date Daniel who doesn't have corona, send in your pics. You don't necessarily need to send in pics. Just send in some info. And then we'll send you down to meet Daniel. You'll take a pre-corona test, and then you go on the date. But of course, we won't get the test results back until days later, at which point we'll tell Daniel, now you have corona, you son of a bitch. But corona, I'll tell you what, down there in Victoria, sad state of affairs, isn't it? I don't often get political, but dearie me's. Those security guards must have been that fucking randy. I mean, the saddest thing about the corona spiking again in Victoria is that there's going to be a whole new batch of new podcasts. You know, and that's the saddest thing. We don't need any new podcasts. People who think, hang on, I can talk. All I need to do is get a microphone. I can do a podcast. No, stop it. That should be illegal. That is the saddest thing. I mean, it's sad that people are going to maybe die from corona too, but it is sad that there's going to be new podcasts. That would be a sad way to go, actually, listening to a new podcast as you take your last breath and pass on from corona. And hopefully that's not you, Daniel, listening to this podcast, all right, because you're going to live a long time, buddy, and we're going to find your love, all right? If you remember, Daniel, the deal was you needed to join Patreon, and you haven't joined Patreon, bro. So I'm not going to be bending my back too much for you. On Patreon, the Black Market episode during the week was scandalous and will definitely get me into trouble. I got my knees so muddy in that episode. And they're still muddy. I've been trying to wash them, and they're still... Remember when you were a kid and... you used to play footy and stuff, and you'd get mud on your knees and you'd take a shower. You'd have mud on your knees for days. That's how muddy my knees are. I've tried to wash my fucking knees and the mud won't come out from that Black Market episode. So if you're into some muddy knee material, then get on the Black Market app. Actually, let's get a tease of Black Market right now. It's good stuff on Black Market. There's just no goalposts. Out on the full, no problem. Play on. You know, we're trying to get possessions in the stands. That's what AFL should be. Footy should continue in the stands like a fucking beach ball at the cricket. Wherever the ball goes, it's in play. Could you imagine that? You get the crowd involved with AFL? Fuck, that'd be sick. And if you don't know this, I met this guy in the sauna and he said to me, do you think it's too big? And I said, no. And he said, I wasn't talking about the TV. Boom. Now, that you can deduct from that what you will. All I'm doing is reading off Twitter. Please keep this on Black Market, for fuck's sake. I'm basically allegedly convicting someone. To get those episodes, patreon.com/Ash Williams Show. I'm also removing off Patreon the 2010 stand-up. I've just seen too many people just get caught in quicksand lately, and I think that material is quicksand-ish. So that's going. If you want to hear that, you've got one more week. And, of course, the $2 tier on Patreon is going. All right? And I got a text from someone who said, Ash, you asked me what I like most about Patreon. It's the $2 tier. Dog move, ditching it. Well, look, it might be a dog move, ditching it, but, you know, you swings and roundabouts. You know, a lot of people think there's too many tiers on Patreon, so I've got to listen to some to upset others, as I think that was Abraham Lincoln who said that. But, oh dear. In the edit, I actually had Martin Luther King, and I changed it to Abraham Lincoln because I just thought that was sus. Making up fake quotes for MLK. You can't be making up fake quotes. Not even on a comedy podcast. Not these days. Not with Twitter still alive. Boom, boom, boom. Now, I did a photo shoot yesterday for PE Nation. Right, they're a clothing company, and they gave us a gift at the end, and it was nice. You know, you got a hoodie and a dildo and that kind of thing, and there was a bottle of red wine. And I was at my brother's, and I don't really drink red wine. So I said to my brother's wife, I said, do you want this red wine? She goes, oh, yeah. Yeah, you sure you don't want it? I said, no, you take it. You know, you're my sister-in-law. Come on. And she's like, oh, that's so nice. And I said, look, it's Penfolds. Pulled it out, Penfolds. And she was excited. She goes, oh, Penfolds is my favorite. And I said, yeah, well, only the best for my sister-in-law. And then my brother comes home from work. Of course, the medical doctor thinks he's out there saving the world. You know, he's not even a good speller, my brother. So who's the real hero in this family? And he walks in the door and his wife goes, oh, Ash just gave us a bottle of Penfolds. And he goes, oh, yeah? I bet you it's the cheap one. And I go, oh, hang on a second, mate. I don't know what it is. Also, it's a gift. Okay, I haven't put too much thought into it. I'm just giving it to you for free, for nothing. This isn't your birthday or Christmas, you know? Incidentally, he wouldn't get a gift for his birthday or Christmas. So, look, this is just for being my brother. Next thing you know, he's on his phone Googling the Penfolds. And then he goes, ha, I knew it. 2 for $20. Don't try and pass this off as a gift, you pleb. And I go, mate, come on, mate. I'm not trying to pass this off as anything. He said, well, don't try and sell it to me like it's Penfolds. I said, well, I'm not. Piri did. Piri's the one who tried to sell it to you as Penfolds. Yell at her. You should be yelling at her, not me. Okay, I didn't want to drink that shit. That's for plebs. That was very funny. And then he spent the next 10 minutes looking for the best deal on it. He said, well, look at this. I can actually get 3 of these Penfolds for $19. So, look, it says a lot about my brother. It says a lot about me. And it says a lot about PE Nation. 3 for $20. Come on, Pip Edwards. Come on. We get a lot of texts. A lot of people texting in about this. I can't say who. You know what? We'll get one off the top rope here. Hey, Ash, listening to the Sniffing That Cheese podcast is the AFL footballer that was banished from his football club Alan Christensen. It's not Alan Christensen. We are going to call Paul later on today for the very last time. Yes, our final call to Paul. So hang in there for that. I've got something new that I've been doing, and it's when you don't have time to watch a full movie, but you want to watch a movie. Okay, and what you do is you choose your best actor. And one of my favorite actors is Denzel Washington, right? And often I find myself with, 40 minutes or so. And what I did the other day was I watched American Gangster, one of Denzel's best ever films. So the game I've been playing is choose your favorite actor, choose a film, and then fast forward everyone else's scenes except his. Now, you've got to choose the right film. American Gangster works because it's kind of like two people. It's Denzel and Russell Crowe. And for mine, Russell is weak in that. Weak as piss. Denzel shits on him. Fuck, I love Denzel. I tried to do it with Training Day the other day, but you need Ethan Hawke in it too, man. You need that dichotomy. Tried to do it with Sex and the City, with Carrie. Again, didn't quite work. But American Gangster, give it a go. Maybe you're a Russell Crowe fan. Maybe you want to fast forward through Denzel. That would be a terrible film. Terrible film. Got an update from my landlord during the week. Not my office landlord, my residential landlord. He's giving me the update on everyone in the street who's died this week. So that was a good chat. I didn't inquire about that. He just said, just the man I'm looking for, which is how he always greets me. And I said, yes. Yes. And he said, well, did you hear about the lady next door who walks a lot? And weirdly, I knew who he was talking about. And I said, I know who you're talking about. I didn't hear. What happened? And he said, she fell down the stairs. She's dead. And I go, yeah, I'm not surprised. And I'm not even making a joke on this. She fell down the stairs. So just be careful. I wouldn't be walking down the stairs if you have stiff legs, which is what this lady had. Valet to her, even though she's yelled at me numerous times on the streets for no reason. Valet, she was a bit of fun. She would just walk up to you and say, get out of my way. And you weren't even in her way. That's the kind of person she was. I should have spoken at her funeral, I reckon. But anyway, she was just one of many that Lyndon, my landlord, gave me. Three old people fell downstairs last week. Why isn't that leading the news instead of Corona? Crossing live now to Bondi with Ash Williams, who's doing a live report. 3 old people have fallen down the stairs in Bondi. Ash, you there? Yeah, I'm here. I'm here, yep. Yeah, we've had 3. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they're dead. Back to you. All right. Thanks, Waleed. I got another text here from Mitch. Ash is the answer to Burjo's catchphrase, Shana from Big Brother. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's a crazy guess. Remember, I can't tell you what the actual, I can't say who is because it's too quagmire. But it's not Shana from Big Brother. Shout out to her. Shout out. Yeah. She was the second ever person to get booted from Big Brother. After who? Without Googling, who was the first ever person on Australian Big Brother to get booted? I've got it. All right. I know you probably think I'm making it up, but I've got it. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to think of it. Maybe 5 and 4. Yeah. You know where this is going. 3, 2, 1. Andy. Andy was. Remember Andy? She was the first ever person booted from Big Brother Australia. Oh, this is Timmy Lean trying to get the I can't say who again. Is it Sylvia Jeffries, Lisa Wilkinson, Angela Bishop, Kate Langbrook? Man, I'm struggling with this thing. Jesus, I'm heading down some deep rabbit holes in this search. Clues are now pointing me towards Megan Gale. She's a stunner. Yeah, Timmy's off his guts. None of those are right. None of those are right. And if you want more info on that, I can't say who, of course, go to Patreon. Let's get some voices. Oh, my God, there's no voicemails this week. Oh, we're absolutely fucked. All right. It's time to call Paul. Here we go. This is our final call to Paul. I mean that. Here we go. And I've already called him once, all right? I took that out. This is the second call.
6 1
Shit.
4 2 5 2.
Was that a fucking hang up? Look, all I can do is try. Okay, if Paul, he's topsy-turvy, isn't he? He sends me all these messages. I love you. I want you to be my boyfriend. But then he hangs up on me. I mean, Paul, which one is it? We can't finish with that. So let's finish with some more Corona stuff. You know, some more feel-good stories about Corona. Here's something for you. You can tell where each TV or radio show is broadcast from just by how they talk about Corona. You know, so Hughesy and Ed, Melbourne, talk about Corona a lot. The Project comes out of Melbourne. You know, while they can't get enough of Corona. And I think you can tell where I broadcast from, Bondi. I mean, in Bondi, we're not even washing our hands before we eat. I stopped doing that weeks ago. Like, not even joking. Yesterday, I went to the chemist to get my meds. Then I went to the cafe and got bacon and eggs, and I ate my bacon with my hands. Yeah? No COVID, no problems. Also, no washing. And at that cafe, actually, there was this woman who I know a bit. She's about 65. She tried to kiss me on the lips. You know, that's the Bondi, the Bondi way, you know? COVID who? And I had to like fucking swerve. Like I was dodging a dog on the road. Actually, that's the wrong... That's a wrong metaphor. But no, just on Corona a bit more. So they've shut the borders to New South Wales to Victoria, or Mexico as they call it. And I heard that ScoMo's been on the phone to Trump and he has plans to build a wall on the Mexican border. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus, that was slick. Keep the drummer. Who's on the drums? Who's on the fucking drums? Who's on the drums, actually? That's a great question. On the drums, Cavalieri. And look, during this tough time, it's nice to see people getting behind the hashtag I stand with Dan, which is to show their support of Dan Murphy's. I assume it's about Dan Murphy's. It couldn't possibly be about Dan Andrews, could it? Okay, no, mate. He's chilling. He could do something like Epstein and would not have any dirt on him. Fucking Epstein should have got Dan Andrews involved. He'd still be alive. We're getting muddy knees again. Very muddy. And that is the podcast, folks. Of course, go to patreon.com/Ash Williams Show for Black Market, Ash and Ed, any other questions you have about life. If you want me to call you, yeah, and just say hello, I can be a friend to you for a fee. Yeah. I'm your best friend for a fee. So it's a pretty good deal. It's $5 a month. But I'm not even joking. I've called so many people and I've made some lifelong friends as long as they keep paying. So shout out to them. I've forgotten their names. And shout out to you. Stay safe if you're in Victoria. And Daniel Andrews, I mean, Jesus Christ, brother. Adjust those spectacles. Golly gosh. Those security guards. Wow. Anyway, I digress. Thanks for listening. This is the Ash Williams Show, and I'll talk to you Tuesday or Friday. Take care. Bye.